Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your May 2023 tarot card reading. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. For those of you who are new, my name is Jane. So May is a really exciting month. We've got Jupiter moving into Taurus. We've got that big full moon eclipse in Scorpio. So there's a lot of dynamics, a lot of things going on. Now, this video specifically is going to be tarot. So this is a more channeled, more intuitive message. If you want more of the astrology, please check back in the next couple of days because I will be posting these May 2023 astrology forecasts in a separate video. So please keep your eyes open for that. And also don't forget, if you are a member of my Soul Seekers group, that I am going to be doing much more specific videos about the Jupiter in Taurus transit, as well as the full moon eclipse in Scorpio, as well as this Pluto retrograde. This is happening too. There's going to be a lot of content for my Soul Seekers group this month. So if you're not a member, you want to join, all the info is down in the description box down below. So let's go ahead and get into this. You're more than welcome to watch for your sun, moon, or rising sign, whichever resonates the most with you. So let's go ahead and get into it. Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your May 2023 tarot card reading. So we're going to open up the channel today with a card from my intuitive deck. Let's see what comes through. We have if I can use kind of the new agey way to talk about this, I feel like you have a split in timeline, if you will, where there is going to be some kind of a choice that you're going to have to make. Now, it may be a small choice. It doesn't have to be this huge life-changing choice or anything, but there is some kind of a choice that you're going to need to make, and it's going to quickly become apparent at what the vast difference is between the new path and the path that you were originally on. The choice is, am I going to do something different than what I would normally do, or am I going to keep doing the same thing? Now, I don't necessarily see that either path is bad or good, okay? But there is that potential for like, well, what if I did take that other thing? Or what if I did make that other choice? What would my life have looked like? Or how would this have turned out? Would it have turned out any differently? Now, I don't advocate sitting there and thinking about all those questions. I think that's kind of a waste, you know? But I also know that there's something that you're going to have to really think about. And you're going to have to ask yourself, like, what do I want in life? What do I want my life to be? Who do I want to be? Where am I really hoping this is going to go? What's my place in everything? And sometimes that can get a little existential, and that's fine. I don't think it's going to be like too hard or too much of a weight on your shoulders. It's just, I think you realize the gravity of this choice. If you feel paralyzed by this is going to be a time where you can just wait. I don't know that there's any pressure for you to hurry up and do something right away. It just feels that there's a new option that has now been placed on the table, or that will be put on the table at some point throughout May. And that new option changes things. You know, it changes your perspective. It changes the dynamic. It changes stuff. Okay. So, we'll see if we can get more details coming through with the rest of the tarot cards. So let's get started with the major arcana card, which is, what does the universe need from you, Cancer, throughout the month of May 2023? The Hermit. Okay. This is a card of analytical mind, processing, thinking things through, going inside yourself, asking how something really feels. Does it feel right? Just because there is a new option on the table, like I say, it doesn't mean you have to take it, but you have to kind of, I think there's like, you're going to want to consider it. And it feels intriguing to me. The Hermit seems to be intrigued because at least he's taking the time to think about it. Hermit feels really quiet, where Cancer might be going deep within itself. And this is Mars and Cancer type of stuff especially. Going deep within yourselves and just feeling through this, right? Doing what Cancer does so well, which is feeling and intuiting, trying to connect with the way this option feels in your gut. Okay? So let's see what's going on in the environment, or who you need to be aware of, who is an important person in your environment this month. Queen of Swords, beautiful. Love a Queen of Swords for you. She seems neutral. She seems like she can listen. She can offer advice. She won't meddle. She seems to have really clear boundaries. This is someone that you can probably really trust. Someone that you can lean on in times of confusion. Someone that can help you look at things also from a practical way. Although she's not going to be able to present a pro or a con list that is substantial enough that's going to help you make that decision. But the Queen will be able to help you kind of detach a little bit from this and help you kind of get the wheels moving a little bit. And I think what's great about the logical, rational, practical quality here with the Queen is it's going to help feed the way you think about it, because maybe you sit down and you have a conversation, you do a phone call, you text back and forth, whatever the case is. This is someone that can ask you questions and play devil's advocate a little bit, and you can, through that process, say, okay, how does this make me feel? How does this set with me? Does it make me feel excited? Does it make me feel nervous? Does it make me feel insecure? Like whatever the thing is. But the line of questioning and the line of logic here can be really, really useful in terms of triggering specific emotions that will help you to choose a path. Okay? I do feel the Queen is super supportive. So they really want what's best. The thing is that with this split, there is no best. And that's probably what's going to make it hard and put you in a little bit of an indecisive position, because it's not black and white. It's not easy. It's not really easy to see. And so this is just one of those moments where the universe plops something in front of you and says, all right, what are you going to choose? What are you going to do? And it doesn't matter, but whatever it is you choose, just know that when you choose that path, the universe is going to rearrange itself according to that choice. Especially if you choose like the new thing, the detour thing. If you stay on track, probably won't be that disruptive. But if you detour and take the other option, it probably will have effects, okay? And that's probably something the Queen of Swords can help you work through, or what are the consequences, both intended and unintended, of taking that other option. So what else comes out for Cancer? So we have the Wheel of Fortune, Page of another Queen of Swords. Although in this deck, she seems a little bit bossy to me. She seems like a different person from this Queen here, even though they're the same card. The energy they give off is two totally different things. But let's start with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, this choice, this option that you have in front of you, please do not think it's a mistake. It's not as random as you think. Okay, this seems like a manifestation of something that has been going on in your mind, going on in your heart, maybe consciously, maybe subconsciously, whatever the case may be. But it's a manifestation of something. It's not a random occurrence. And the Wheel of Fortune is always a good sign. It's a sign that things are going well, going in the right direction, and that good things are coming. So it's maybe a little unnerving, maybe a little confusing, but it's definitely a good thing. Page of Coins, this feels like the actual offer to me, whatever. Now, please remember, this might be something small. It might be someone asks you out on a date. It might be your boss kind of asks you, hey, so-and-so just left the company. Do you have any interest in taking on some of these responsibilities for a higher pay? It could be something like that. And it may seem a little bit normal or mundane to you. The Page of Coins specifically never makes a splash. It's actually a really almost unnoticeable entry, an unnoticeable or imperceivable thing that comes in. So when it does, like near the end of May, if you watch back this reading, you'll be like, oh, okay, that makes more sense now, because going into it, you probably won't have any idea what this is. Now, here's the Queen of Swords. Again, she feels so different to me. I don't know why she feels so bossy in this deck. Like, she's got her finger pointing, and I think that's the bossy part to me, is she's like, it's a little overbearing. She doesn't give me like the soft, diplomatic, balanced quality that I feel in this card here. This one is really opinionated, all right? This queen or person, it doesn't matter, gender, whatever, but queen, she has a voice. Something she's got to say, something wants to be interjected. She just really is wanting to have her say in your life somehow. If this is a spouse, now either one of these may be a spouse, but if this is your spouse, this could create some turbulence in the relationship, because you may not feel like you have this space and freedom to really process this alone the way you really need. I think the universe needs you to process this and think about this a little bit before you start to act on things. You do need to take your time. But this one feels a sense of urgency, needs to do it right now, needs the decision, needs the money, needs the whatever. Do it. And I think the more and more pressure that Queen of Swords puts on the situation, the less and less likely Cancer is to really make the decision, especially if it's for the new thing. This might be someone that you may be worried will be disappointed by your choice. But ultimately, this is something that you need to do for yourself, and no one can be involved in this, I don't think. There's a lot of personal things going on for Cancer. We still have Mars in that first house. We have Venus coming in on the 7th. Okay, so you're going to have Mars and Venus in your sign. Then we have the Sun coming into the 12th house. So it's just kind of like one of those things where Cancer specifically has too many planets in a position that is only about them and not necessarily about other people, which not a lot of people really like. See, I feel that you're the king here. This didn't feel like you at all. Let's see what else. King of Swords. The Sun. Beautiful. And Justice. So there's a lot of level-headedness going on, a lot of rational, logical mind things happening. You're thinking things through. Maybe your mind is kind of on the overactive side with all of this. That's why this particular queen here can help calm all of that down and sort through all of the thoughts. But with the Sun in the center, it tells me you need to make a decision that makes you shine, that brings you hope and brings you that feeling of having some semblance of control in your life and to live just slightly more aligned with what your heart is calling you to do. This is what I'm saying with that Wheel of Fortune. This option is not an accident. If you are asking for more money, don't be surprised when someone wants to give you a job with more money. If you want a romantic partner, don't be surprised when someone asks you out on a date. Don't be surprised when someone just sort of plops into your life. You know? Sometimes we get so comfortable with the dreaming, we get so comfortable with things being sort of up in the cloud, that when it comes in reality, we almost don't even recognize it. Now, please don't get me wrong, I don't like to dangle carrots in my readings. I'm not saying that the love of your life is going to walk through the doors this month, but I am saying that things are starting to churn in a positive direction for you. You're going to have to stand firm and stand strong against this particular queen here, as this voice seems loud and a little shrill, like it definitely has its place, and you can hear this. And this may be a little too loud, which is why you need time. And the King of Swords has to set that boundary. He has to set the tone. You have to take control. You have to be in leadership. This is your life. And for some reason, this person wants to be in the driver's seat. So you can't let them be in the driver's seat. You have to be in the driver's seat 100%. You have to maybe say something that they won't like to hear, and you're just going to have to kind of be okay with that fact. And they'll deal with it. They'll get over it. But with the Justice card, it does feel like a commitment. So yes, maybe there's a detour, and yes, maybe it's kind of a small or a seemingly small thing. But to me, I don't know why I'm connecting the Justice with the Page of Coins. It's kind of a rare pairing, and normally I would never connect these two cards. But it seems like a much bigger deal, and it seems like that page is going to grow beautifully, but it is going to require significant investment on your part. So that's why you need to take time, because if you commit to it, then you're committed to it, right? You are either actually legally, contractually obligated to do it, or you're energetically committed. You're mentally committed. You're not going to be able to waver. You're not going to be able to bow out. You can't just go back, redo it. And maybe that's why this feels like such a much bigger deal, Because in your heart that once you accept this, if you do take the detour, it's like you're in it for the long haul. Justice seems really fair. So whatever is coming in is sort of a positive karmic event, indicative of positive karma. You've earned it. You deserve it. If you struggle with that feeling ever, if you struggle with being seen and acknowledged, receiving accolades, if you feel uncomfortable in that type of scenario, this might kind of be a little hard for you to accept that this good thing is happening. But it does feel good to me with the Wheel of Fortune, with the sun. It feels like there is something wanted. And one of the things I always say, especially when I talk about manifestation, there is so much power in barely wanting something. It's like when you want something, but you kind of don't expect to ever get it, that is actually when the magic is the strongest. That's what this feels to me. This was something that you wanted, but you never expected to get it. You never really thought about it. Like once you thought that one time, maybe this could happen for me, and you allowed yourself to get optimistic about it, but then you woke up the next day and it's almost like you never thought about it again. Or maybe it crept in your mind every couple of months and that was pretty much it. It didn't distract you. It didn't consume you. It didn't take up time in your day. It was just something that you felt once in a while, maybe. And now here it is. And maybe you're trying to reconcile, right, with Justice. You're trying to reconcile that this wonderful thing that you genuinely never thought you would get is kind of filtering into your life, and you're having to adjust to that. It's a good problem. It's a good problem to have. It's what we would call a high quality problem. Okay? High quality problem. It's not really a problem though, but maybe that's why that Queen of Swords here, oh, sorry, that was really loud. That Queen of Swords is so important, because she's going to help you be like, but this, this is great. This is nothing to worry about. Why you're like stressing over a good thing. All these swords coming out, my goodness. 2 of coins, 8 of coins. See, even here with the 8 of coins, I'm like, you just kind of get back to work. It happens, it comes in, you make the choices, Ace of Swords, and you just go, it's kind of like a non-event that actually is a really big event. It's a pivotal event, but it's a non-event. You barely notice. It's like I said, when you look back, like when we get to June, if you watch this back, I think you may understand this better. What I love with that Ace of Swords is Queen of Swords, which is a Libra card, the Justice, which is a Libra card. We also have the Ace of Swords, which is not a Libra card, but we have the palm leaf and the laurel leaf, which is, war versus peace. So there's an element of balance there too. Everything feels so balanced. This doesn't feel like a massive disruption in your life. You seem to be able to really see all sides of this. Your mind feels clear. And when you do make a decision about something, whether to take the detour or not, you feel good about that decision. This is not like I said before, this is not a time for you to be looking back and regretting a decision or anything like that. It's just what you do. And maybe there is an element of duty here. If you do work at a corporation, let's say you work at a corporation, you get like I said, let's use that previous example. Someone left the company and now they want to give you that role or that responsibility or whatever. And of course you say, yes, here. It's a sense of duty. It's a sense of, I am going to do my part here. Not only do I need this, but the world needs this too. And with all this 11th house activity, remember we're in Taurus season, 11th house stuff for you. We also have Jupiter coming into that 11th house. So as much as this is a lot about you with a lot of personal planets there, it's really also what is it that I'm doing that is affecting the greater whole, the greater group, the greater organization that I'm a part of, the greater institutions. See, one thing maybe about this Queen of Swords is that it feels very Lady Macbeth. There's a lot of self-serving quality with that queen. And she seems to have a more limited view. Where I don't think Cancer does have a limited view right now. You don't have a narrow perspective. In fact, it's busted wide open. And this queen here is really helping you do that. So for the sake of duty, for the sake of not only yourself, but for so many other people, you're going to do what's right here. 2 of Coins may mean that you're going to have to juggle some stuff because it feels like you're adding things to your plate by doing this, which is why over the past 6 months or so, there's been a lot of talk of, especially with that South Node over in Scorpio, we had to eliminate stuff. We had to get things out of our life, clear up our schedules, clear up our energy drains, clear up the problems and the issues that we were having. We had to clear all that stuff up so that we could have space so that when this stuff comes in, and look, it seems to be coming in now. But it's still you're gonna feel a little bit between worlds a little bit with this, which this right here is the reason why this feels barely noticeable. Okay, it feels like a slow, normal transition into something. You take on a responsibility, you adjust. You take on another one and you adjust. You take on a couple more and you adjust. And before you realize, you actually are doing a lot more than you were doing before, but you actually feel like you have the capacity to do it. It doesn't stress you out. I never see stress with the 8 of coins, ever. It doesn't stress you out. It doesn't distract you. It doesn't pull away from your life. It just kind of becomes your life, and it becomes who you are. And there's something beautiful about this process for Cancer, and I think this has a lot to do with Pluto. And yes, I know he's retrograding, but him being in that 8th house, there's a big identity shift coming up for Cancer with this transit. And I know it's a 20-year-long transit, so there will be a lot of them, but this is like the first one. It's a big identity shift for Cancer. Okay? Let's take a look at the clarifiers. For those of you who are new, the cards I'm about to pull out, we will cover in the comprehensive. All the info will be in the description box down below. We usually talk for another 25 to 30 minutes, so it's like a whole second reading that builds on this one. So let's take a look with an oracle card for clarifying this Hermit here. Patience, yes. Do not let anyone rush you. Not that Queen of Swords. And in the environment, we have a modest fortitude. Beautiful. See what I like? The word modest, I actually love. I was going to pull out this deck here, clarifying one more card for this. We have beautiful 6 of Wands, a card of victory. See, this is what I'm saying. This is all going to work out great. Excellent. 6 of Coins. And, whoops, hold on, sorry. Having a card meltdown here. And let's take a look at this Wheel of Fortune. What else does Cancer need to know about this Wheel of Fortune? 7 of Swords. Why is it that something so wonderful can put us in a state of confusion? 5 of Cups. Nine of Coins. Page of Coins. See, Temperance. This is Temperance, modest, simple, quiet. 10 of Coins. See, this is exactly what I'm saying. The 10 of Coins. From a page to a 10, it builds. Believe me. That page may not seem like a lot up front, but man, oh man, is there a ton on the back end. Okay, Knight of Cups. What is going on with this Queen of Swords? 7 of Wands. Yeah, you got to protect yourself from that for sure. 7 of Wands. 2 of Swords. 2 of Coins. King of Swords, the Fool, the Hermit again, and 3 of Cups. For the Sun card, we have the 5 of Wands. We have Justice again, and 6 of Wands again. Queen of Wands, beautiful. Judgment. I love when Judgment and Justice come out together. And another Wheel of Fortune. You're so safe right now, Cancer. I'm just telling you that right now. You're safe. Ace of Swords, the Magician. A 9 of Wands, Page of Swords, Ace of Cups, following your heart, yes, an Emperor, another Queen of Swords, although I like her. 10 of Swords, Knight of Coins, and Queen of Coins. Okay. This is where we're going to pick up in the comprehensive. You guys know how much I love and adore you. Have an amazing month, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.